Yeah, this nice stretch is good for us. Good time for us to get back, heal our bodies up, and get ready for these last two home games and try and come out 2-0.
Next question, Sam?
Yeah, I guess just what are your initial thoughts on Iowa? They're a physical team, I guess a good defensive team. What do you guys know about them?
What we know about them, they're one of the faster teams in the league, probably the fastest team in the league, I would say. They got a great point guard in Gazelle and the way he sets up their guys. They got great shooters with Jock and Utah, good bigs down low, long, physical. Aaron White, basically their go-to guy. So I say they got a pretty solid veteran team.
Now that your road part of the season's over with, what do you think your team needs to maybe learn from those road and neutral floor atmospheres as the Big Ten tournament approaches?
Yeah, I would say the thing about it, just bringing energy for the whole 40 minutes. We felt like even the past road game versus Northwestern, we didn't have 40 minutes of energy. We came out moving hard, cutting hard, screening, but once that second half hit, it kind of took a downturn, and we bring our own energy into an away game. So I mean, that's the biggest thing, is having that mental conditioning to go out there and play 40 minutes.
Questions for Troy. He's fourth in the league in the rebounding now after the 14 rebounds he had against Northwestern. Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, Troy, just how do you keep that type of, I guess, effort going? I mean, obviously it was kind of lost to Northwestern, but how do you keep that going against, I guess, a bigger Iowa team?
Just keep attacking the rim. Get a block out, learning how to escape, to get the rebound on offense. Just use my athleticism.
I guess how do you handle a team like Iowa that can throw, I mean, maybe not in terms of athletes, but at least in terms of bodies, they got a lot of guys that can probably throw at you that are similar long, rangy, as Yogi said, they move really fast down the floor. How do you handle, I guess, attacking them?
I mean, I'm not slow. But nah, I just, like I said, just keep using my speed and athleticism. That'll match it with theirs. As in them being like taller, just using quickness still, getting lower than them, getting into their bodies.
You've made 3 of your past 4 threes, Troy. Do you feel like that's part of your game that's kind of coming along and finally starting to develop a little bit?
No, I mean, I'm not really caught up in the three-pointers. I'm glad that they go in, but I mean, I'm surrounded by shooters. I can stick to being a driver.
Yeah, Yogi, earlier you mentioned kind of Iowa being an older team. How beneficial do you think that is, or how difficult is it to be playing against a team that's been around, I guess, for a long time, considering you guys are so young?
Yeah, I mean, it's always beneficial to have such a veteran team that have played together for so many years. It probably is that it is a lot harder to play against a team who know themselves very well. But now I feel like since we're getting towards the end of the season, we know ourselves pretty well. It's not like at the beginning of the season where we're just figuring out each other. So we kind of feel like we're becoming one of the veteran teams too.
Anything else for the guys? Go ahead, Jordan.
Iowa was one of the top 4 teams in the league in rebounding margin. I mean, how important is it going to, how important is it going to be to keep them off the boards on Tuesday?
Yeah, they're definitely one of the better teams, and with Aaron White, Olashini, Woodbury, guys like that. You just got to get into their legs. We're going to be a little undersized, but we've been undersized all season, so I think we're going to do a great job of handling, just boxing them out, taking away the offensive rebounding for them to get second shots.
Have you been able to take away any of the experiences you guys have had against the other teams, even when you guys haven't been able to rebound well against a bigger team like Iowa? Are you guys able to take away those experiences heading into this game?
I would say, yeah, a big thing with us is that we always look at our numbers. From games we out-rebounded people, from games we didn't out-rebound people, from games we didn't crash the ball hard, and games we did. I mean, numbers play a big part in that, so we just got to keep attacking the glass. They're a big team, of course, and us always coming back to lacking size. We just got to use our quickness.
You talked about this a little bit, but everybody gets like this sort of, I guess you want to call it a bye week. Everybody gets at least 1 week in the Big Ten schedule they don't play. Two. When was it? Anyway. One way or the other, is this, I
mean, is this one good? Is it weirdly timed? How do you make the most of it, I guess, because it is after your road schedule's done, and then it comes right at the end of the season, right when everybody's maybe starting to tune up for the postseason?
I think we can use this to our advantage. I think going into these last two home games, we have the most energy we've had all season. We know that these last two games for us are big, so we're going to go out there with the most energy we've had all year, I feel like, and we're going to get energy from each other, we're going to get energy from the crowd, just doing everything that we can do out there.
Hey, Troy, do you think up to this point you guys have done enough to be a tournament team? You guys worry about doing more this last season, or I guess have you guys thought at all about what your resume looks like heading into the final week?
Nah, I was just taking one day at a time. Like right now, I focus just on Iowa, and after that, we focused on Michigan State, and after that, we focus on Big Ten tournament.